I tell you, the most dangerous creation in the world, in any society, is the man with nothing to lose. You do not need 10 such men to change the world. One will do.
Her record on crime.
She was a bad prosecutor. She was a prosecutor of black people.
When Donald Trump was president, we were all doing a lot better financially. He's always been a business icon. So why wouldn't we want that business icon to be president?
Harris has been building momentum and energizing the Democratic base. Less than 100 days until voters head to the polls.
And also, what else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
Thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up.
We know it's gone up. That's why they asked you the question.
Families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, the gas costs more.
All of that.
But Biden has the best of
Answer the question.
That's what that means. That's about the cost of living going up. That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources. That's about a source of stress for families that is not only economic, but is on a daily level, something that is a heavy weight to carry. So it is something that we take very seriously.
Answer the question.
Very seriously.
You take it seriously.
And we know from the history of this issue in the United States that when you see these prices go up, it has a direct impact on the quality of life.
We know
for
that.
all people in our country.
How are you fixing it?
So it's a big issue, and we take it seriously.
It's a big issue. You take it seriously, then you run away from it. How are you fixing it?
But there is also a point that is important to make on the Build Back Better framework.
Blatant ignorance. Yeah.
One, it is designed to make it less expensive for working people to live.
Devilish.
It was specifically designed to bring down the costs of childcare and increase accessibility and availability. Designed to bring down the cost of elder care and make it available to all those working families that need that support and need that help. And Build Back Better is not going to cost anything. We're paying for it.
Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Does her changing her views on her policy justify having the Republican nominee questioning her race? Does that increase or decrease your party's chances of winning in November?
Well, Caitlin, you haven't had that conversation with Kamala Harris because she's been hiding out.
I want to have this conversation with you, Senator.
Just like Joe Biden hid out before her. And my point is, when are you and the rest of the media going to demand that Kamala Harris come out and answer questions in an unscripted format about where she stands for this country, as opposed to continuing to focus on what Donald Trump said today? 4 years ago, Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. Could you imagine a more insulting comment? Joe Biden is presuming to judge the political views of 1/8 of our fellow citizens based on their skin color. Did you ever ask Kamala Harris to condemn his remarks?
There are
Did you ever ask him or ask her if that was racist?
This is a question. You're a Republican senator, so I want to ask you about the Republican.
Did you ask Caitlin? Did you ask Kamala Harris? Caitlin, did you ask Kamala Harris why she's willing to serve as vice president for a man she essentially called racist and a segregationist? Have you or anyone else in the media asked Kamala Harris those questions, Caitlin?
Senator, trust me, I covered the Biden-Harris White House. We obviously have asked for her to come on, but my question is for you about this. Donald Trump's pick for VP once questioned whether he was America's Hitler.
Who is Kamala Harris? Who is this person? And what does she want to do to America? Now, the reason, and I think that the more
of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always identified as a black woman.
I respect either one. I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't. because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe
I
that she
think
is...
somebody should look into that too when you ask continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
Played that angle up in interview after interview after interview. She said it time and time again. There are too many clips for us to play for you. But they're all on our X timeline. This was the headline for a long time. Is this the number one thing that you should be like asking about Kamala Harris, or is there a bigger question?
Business Insider, right? What did you say?
Bigger question.
Blame for this high food price is unbelievable.
Since no one wants to talk about it, I'm gonna be the one to talk about it. But something needs to be done at this point. Since when do you go to a supermarket and an 18-count of eggs is $8.99? So you mean to tell me that I gotta give you almost $10 for 18 eggs? And that's not all. Look at the butter. The butter's almost $13. Ain't no one doing anything about it. I think it's time that we somehow gather together and do something about it. Let's see how much I spent. Okay, I bought 4 items. Just 4 items. $30. I spent $30 on 4 items. And $30, which leaves me $30 until I get paid next week. And these prices, no one's doing anything to bring down inflation.
Bidenomics is working.
We all know.
See, that's why I'm looking back on all this now. And I'm not going to let another black person or another white person tell me who to vote for. Trump 2024. That's all.
Check out this video.
Good for her. Listen to this.
I voted for Biden. That's probably why Trump lost. I'm one of them 7 million votes that he didn't get. Because I voted. Because I was told I was black and I should vote Democrat. So I voted Democrat.
I got fooled too.
I'm not doing that no more. And after I'm witnessing them trying to take down Trump as much as possible to keep him from getting back in that White House, that makes me want to vote for him more and more and more.
Me too. Good.
We need somebody in there that's real.
For this high food price is unbelievable.
Since no one wants to talk about it, I'm going to be the one to talk about it. Because something needs to be done at this point. Since when do you go to a supermarket and an 18-count of eggs is $8.99? So you mean to tell me that I got to give you almost $10 for 18 eggs? And that's not all. Look at the butter. The butter's almost $13. Ain't no one doing anything about it. I think it's time that we somehow gather together and do something about it. Let's see how much I spent. Okay, I bought 4 items. Just 4 items. $30. I spent $30 on 4 items. And $30, which leaves me $30 until I get paid next week. And these prices, no one's doing anything to bring down inflation.
Bidenomics is working.
No doubt it's going to get attention. It already is.
Yeah, so look, on a very personal level, my parents were immigrants to this country, legal immigrants from southern India. Very same part of India that her mother also immigrated from. I think it's a hard fact, Martha, it's just a fact, whether you like it or not, that many Indian Americans in the United States are indeed somewhat offended by the way Kamala has suddenly cast aside the Indian American side of her identity. She leaned into it when she ran for office in California. Big Asian American and Indian American population. So she wore that when it was convenient. She's wearing a different identity now when it's politically convenient on a national stage. Personally, I don't think we should be relying on these ethnic identities at all. We're actually American. And the problem is when you're Kamala Harris and you actually do lean into your identity politics, then you open the door to that type of criticism. But if you ask me, that shouldn't be how this election is decided one way or another. It should be decided on our own identity as Americans and what our vision is for the future of the country. And the number one thing missing in Kamala Harris's candidacy is that she lacks that vision for the country. That's what we got to focus on.
Okay. Very interesting to hear from you and to hear your call for a reset in your party.
Vivek as ever, right?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Kamala Harris literally got in office and told y'all that she's not going to push nothing for black people just because she's black. That should have let y'all know right then and there. They only want the black vote for numbers so they can get elected. But they ain't got nothing for black people. And no, this is not an endorsement for Trump or the right or Republican Party.
No,
this
it's what is right, what is truth, what you see,
to
what
be
you can
more
analyze, what you can
engaging
think
with
and
black
say, okay,
American
this
voters.
is correct.
We're not a monolith. We're not all ignorant. We're not all partying. As a matter of fact, there's a time and place for all of it. We can party and we can get serious about policies and laws to protect us. You do not have to dumb yourself down to engage with Black Americans. And bless Megan Thee Stallion's heart, because while I know it was a big thing for her to perform, it just made her look like a puppet to me. She shouldn't have showed up as Megan Thee Stallion. She should have been Megan P. She should have had a speech. She shouldn't have been doing TikTok dances. Like, I don't know, y'all, I'm just so annoyed. Nobody takes her seriously. And Malcolm X himself clocked this years ago.
Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrity.
She has used us for years. You notice how she only dated brothers to get her career accelerated and to climb.
And then when she got up, she started locking brothers up.
Public service, air quotes, ladder. You know who they are. I don't need to go over it. But when she got what she needed, she went to Doug Emhoff, who is white.
Hey, what's up, guys?